The bikes are outside for one reason today. I'm gonna let you see inside my man cave.
We all been lost, we all been cold. Everyone rise to our brethren call. Let's all rise to the brethren call.
So we'll start with my jackets. This was one of the first water resistant jackets that I got, along with the trousers underneath. This was probably about the third jacket I got. I don't particularly like it because it's quite heavy. It's extremely heavy actually. Most of the jackets here that are on this rack or on this rail I don't wear, apart from of course the Old Faithful, the Keds heated vests. That's my one, and that's Tracy's. So the second rail, this is mostly my rail until we come to here, and then from there right over to here is Tracy's. It's a nice jacket. One of my favorite jackets that I like to wear out of all these, I think I've got about 14 jackets. Probably the Wally G one. I like a black badge on the arm. I think that's pretty cool. That was probably the third jacket I got, and then this one under here was the first jacket that I got. It's quite small. It's a medium in size, but it's very, very heavy to wear. Up here is one of my carrying bags, which I would normally use on the V-Road. Tracy got a new Indian Scout, so we'll be using that probably on her Scout later on in the year when we're going across the water or doing any bike trips. This clock sat in a box for 3 years, just picking up dust. I put a battery in it yesterday, and surprisingly it works. It's Harley Davidson for you. This one here is sentimental to me. I've worn it on a lot of my first vlogs. If you go back, or I think it's the second and the third one, I go to Donegal, I'm actually wearing that jacket. And there's some hog badges, memorabilia. This light's pretty cool. See if I can get it on. It changes colour. If you'll see it or not. It's wooden carved.
2 seconds later.
And down here we'll have a variation of different types of motorbike gloves. These ones here are all mine. These ones are Tracy's. You can never have enough gloves. About 80% of them I don't wear. This was my latest purchase down in Clarny last year. It's completely water resistant, but it's a lovely jacket. It's very, very comfortable. It'll probably be my top 4 jackets I like to wear. This one here, I actually bought. I went to look at a crash helmet, and the guy came to the door, and it's a proper Harley Davidson jacket, but it's what I like about it. It's got the camouflage on the arms, something I don't normally see, and then you've got embroidered in the front. You've got the Harley Davidson writing, and then on the back you have the actual logo. So I went up to buy a motorbike helmet. When I was at the door, the guy says to me, would I be interested in a jacket? And I says, well, yeah, probably, you know, what have you got? And he says, oh, I've got a proper, legitimate Harley Davidson jacket. Would you like to see it? And I went, yeah, no problem. So he brought it to the door, and as soon as I seen it, you know, I asked how much did he want for it. He said, crazily £30. I said, don't be silly, it's worth more than that. So I gave him double that. These 2 helmets here, we've got the Cardio Plus, and they're fantastic. They last about 7 hours talk time. Absolutely amazing. The good thing about them is you don't have to press a button to talk. They're vox activated, so when you're listening to a bit of music, if you just want to talk, you talk into the microphone, which is at the front here. Highly recommend. So there's a selection of helmets, like vintage style goggles. This is one of my favourite helmets. It's completely open face. It's lovely on the inside. It's very, very comfortable to wear. It's very retro looking. This one is for the Softail Classic that I use because of the colour of it. And you've got the tinted glass as well. Another one, my first helmet ever. It's a Ryan Harley Davidson helmet. It's Tracy Suss, my second helmet, Bell helmet. Very, very light. It's one of the lightest helmets in the world, apparently. And then down here, as I move down, I've got another Harley Davidson helmet. Open face with a full visor. That's an open face helmet with no visor. And then down here, I've got Tracy's helmet, another one of Tracy's helmets. And then over here, I've got that helmet, pretty local. Up here is my favourite carrying bag. I take everywhere with me. So this here is good for your mobile phone, etc. And then the front here, again, you have probably about 10 different pockets. That's a Saddleman bag. And then this opens up to another zipper underneath. It's a small compartment, but it does for like putting your soap bag. It's handy for any equipment that I want to bring with me if we're going away for a few days filming. And then this one here, bigger compartment. And you've got your side pockets as well. You've got a front compartment. You've got a front zipper to put something small in, and then at the back, that would go over your back seat. It slides. Your backrest slides in there. It sits in there nicely, and then you've got your straps to strap in to your bars. And then down here are the Softail leather carrying bags that I never use. I used to use them when I first bought the bike, but then I got hard cases. Just like picnic blankets. New pair of motorbike boots I just got last week. A variation of different face masks. And then down here I have Tracy's boots, another pair of my boots, carrying bag for Tracy's Indian Scout, and then this big baby here. No, it's not a Hoover. It's a dryer for when you wash your bike. Instead of drying it off, you just hit that and it blows out hot air and it dries your bike within a matter of minutes instead of hours, and it doesn't leave any streaks on your chrome. It saves a lot of time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my man cave.